Hi friends, this is Tina and welcome to my new YouTube video where I'm going to be setting up all my remaining weekly spreads for August. I've set up the first weekly and the rest of my August theme already in my last video, so watch that if you haven't already. It's going to be linked in the cards and in my description down below. My theme for August is houseplants and I'm using watercolor throughout this theme. So let's get started with my first weekly spread. I decided to use a Dutch door weekly for the first time since April. I just wanted to try it out after this long break, but maybe I know now why I haven't gravitated towards it so much. It usually just takes so much time. I had already sketched out my pothos vines I'm going to paint later, and now I will just cut around them to make the Dutch door spread itself. I have the same design in both of the spreads, so I just basically painted the same vine 4 times. After I kinda messed up the first leaf here, I made sure to actually study the plant and look at the leaves carefully, so it looks much more realistic now. I still don't think they look that realistic, but at least you can see what plant it is. I painted the pothos leaves by painting the base color light yellow and then just took different shades of green to create that pattern pothos leaves have. I first went with a light green and then just used darker shade when I did my second layer. I just painted away and didn't really look at a reference at this point and made sure to leave the middle line uncolored so it would stay lighter. I decided to cut out some footage since this took so long to make. Also, because I did the same painting 4 times, I thought it would be better to cut out some things so it wouldn't be so repetitive. I actually felt quite unmotivated about this whole spread because I just didn't and still don't love this page and how it turned out. Mainly because it looks a bit different in style and color to my other spreads this month, but that's how it is sometimes. I wanted to include some craft paper in this spread, so I just took a big piece and glued it in. I made sure to cut out the craft paper in a way that you can still see the leaves. And now for the dailies itself. I will have 2 boxes in each page, and I didn't even realize that because I had already reserved the empty space in the right side for my notes, I would still have 1 extra box. I decided to include my next week list in that last box even though I don't feel like I necessarily need it. Sometimes it can still be very useful. For the lower right corner here, I painted my brick pattern and I also just made sure to paint it on the other side of the Dutch door as well to make it look like it's just continuing from the other side. Like in my August setup, I just used 3 different shades to create my bricks. Here you can see me turning these dailies into actual boxes and I think that looks so much better. For the next weekly spread, I wanted to use a new layout. I wanted to have a layout where the paintings are in the middle, and then I just came up with this one. There's 3 daily boxes on both of the pages, and of course I included some craft paper and my brick pattern too. I want to give a little shout out to Martha's Journal again because I definitely found myself scrolling through her Instagram account while trying to come up with new layout ideas. Especially these boxes that I'm doing here are inspired by her. I will link her Instagram account down below so you can check it out. Her creativity is just out of this world. I decided to paint 3 plants with different colored red and orange vases here in the middle. By the way, as always, all of my used products are listed in the description down below, so make sure to check that out if you're curious about any of these items I used in this video. I basically just used my Winsor and Newton Cotman watercolors, some Pigma Micron and pen fineliners, Pigma pen brush pen, a couple of random watercolor brushes, Arteza detail brushes, and of course my Mellow Rêverie watercolor notebook. I will also have all my socials and discount codes listed in there, so maybe check that out. I can definitely notice how my color palette overall with this spread and the last one is a bit off. It's always hard to find the exact same colors and remember what colors you mixed when you never use colors straight off the tube or pan. I just wasn't able to find the perfect rusty colors for my bricks. I was being so indecisive with this one. First, I wanted to include some lettering in the spread, but when I started writing the word August, it just looked a bit weird to me and I covered it up. Then it again looked too empty, and I luckily had saved these cutout letters I used to help arrange my cover layout. When I was testing it, I noticed it actually looks good and I decided to add the lettering. Now we are getting to my last August weekly spread. For this spread, I painted this huge fiddle leaf fig almost like in my cover page. First, I made a detailed sketch, then I painted the leaves light green. I'm sure at first I had a reason why I painted the other side of the leaf lighter and other side darker, but that didn't really matter at all in the end because I pretty much covered all of that in the end anyway. When I went with the other darker layer, I again made sure to leave the veins I had sketched with a pencil before uncolored, so I wouldn't need to paint them white after I was done. I wasn't trying to make anything symmetrical, but I still had the veins connecting in the middle. talked about this Mellow notebook so many times in my videos already, but I'm just so happy I got the chance to use it and try it out because I couldn't even have imagined there is a dotted notebook that works just like watercolor paper. I messed up many times making these spreads, but luckily this notebook is very forgiving and lets me layer watercolors without bleed through and almost no wrinkling. The Dutch Star Weekly was actually the only spread I got a minimal amount of wrinkling for the first time using this notebook, and that's just incredible. Like I've said before, I am affiliated with Mellow and it means that you can get 10% off using my code TINA10. Well, I get a small commission too, but I'm still always honest and I would not recommend this notebook or any other products if I didn't love them. You can check out my discount code and affiliate link down below. This spread is almost done. I will make these rounded edge boxes here and I will paint the daily number dots orange. Now we are getting to the end of this video. Make sure to subscribe, leave a thumbs up and a comment below if you like this. I noticed that only 30% of you who are watching my videos are actually subscribed, so maybe support me by doing that if you've enjoyed my content here so far. I'm just quickly going to flip through all the spreads I made in this video. I really hope you like this and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye bye!